Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the laundry room, where we bring to you pillar to post. Why are we in the laundry room? Well, that's where I've been relegated to. And this is where the Raw brand needs to be. In the fucking laundry room. Right where I'm washing my underwear, my fucking pajama pants, my fucking t-shirts, my fucking clothes. Raw needs to be cleaned. Now, what do we got coming up? We've got FASTLANE Sunday. And what is there to expect? What can we expect of any kind of excitement, exhilaration coming from the Raw brand going into FASTLANE? By the way, you are in the House of Pete. The angry fucking Viking, as I've been called on Facebook. And this is your Raw FASTLANE pay-per-view predictions. I'm sorry, I'm going to say that again. This is FASTLANE's predictions and previews of the upcoming pay-per-views this Sunday. Should actually redo this all over again, but fuck it. I'm going to run with it. You might ask, why the fuck is there flames on my screen? Well, that's where this fucking pay-per-view needs to be thrown. Right in the fucking flames. But before then, I've got fucking news for you. I've got news about Jack Swagger. I've got news from TNA. I've got news. News that I have not heard anywhere else as of yet. So, before we get into our predictions and preview of FASTLANE, how about we go through that first? Now, our first article concerns the future and imminent main roster debut of an NXT superstar. This is from Wrestling Observer Newsletter. According to a report from the Wrestling Observer Newsletter, Elias Samson will be heading to the WWE's main roster after losing a loser leaves NXT match. Who did he face? He went up against Cassius Ohno at last week's NXT tapings. That match will air on next week's episode of NXT. Per Dave Meltzer, Samson was already set to make his main roster debut several months ago. However, a broken ankle suffered last June put a hold on those plans. My thoughts? As you all know, I don't include NXT in my shows. I cannot get the WWE network with my internet provider. Everyone tells me, "Oh, it's on the internet. You can get it." No, I can't, because it is only I can only get access if I am a part of Bell or Rogers. I am Canadian. They have different rules out here for some reason for the WWE network. So if I were to be a part, if I had Bell or if I had Rogers as my internet provider, then I would be able to get it, and I would be able to tell you a little bit more about NXT. I haven't seen much of Elias Samson besides of stuff I've seen on YouTube. He looks like a good wrestler. He appears to have the skill to make it. His gimmick, however, the guitar strumming and the bad fucking music in his intro, that needs to go. Where do I think he needs to go when he comes to the main roster? I think SmackDown would probably be able to build this guy up in a better way. I think he'd be probably a mid-carder at the very beginning, and if they could build him up enough, maybe a main eventer. I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen too much of him. But that is NXT news from you, or for you. And we'll see, where this is going as this whole thing progresses. Will he get called up like these rumors are? I would like to think so, because that is what NXT is for. It's for building up characters, teaching them the ropes, and then bringing them up to the main roster, if they're good enough. Jack Swagger news. Now, it's been reported that Jack Swagger has requested his release from WWE. I've heard a lot of podcasters state that he has been released from WWE. This is not so. In regards to the questions we've been getting about Jack Swagger, he has not been granted his release from WWE. As noted on Wednesday, Swagger told Chael Sonnen that he had requested his release, but it was an ongoing process. WWE issued the following statement to us. Jack Swagger has not been granted a release from his WWE contract. When he is granted his release, Jack Swagger will remain under exclusive contract to WWE for 90 days and will be compensated accordingly during that period. Obviously, this means that he cannot work for companies such as Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, or NJPW. There's no word on what the holdup is on his release from the company. So we'll continue to follow that story as it goes, as it progresses. I believe he will get his release, but he will be on a 90-day non-compete clause. Simple as that. It's I think a mandatory thing in WWE. The non-compete clause is there so that way they have the wrestlers and WWE have time to separate each other from business-wise. Now, in other news, former TNA and WWE star almost returned to Impact Wrestling last night. Backstage news on last night's big TNA debut, and yes, there is spoilers. According to PW Insider, .com, former TNA champion and WWE Tag Team Champion Bully Ray, aka Bubba Ray Dudley, nearly made his TNA return at last night's Impact Wrestling tapings. Word is that TNA wanted to have Bully Ray return in a main event role, but the two sides were unable to lock in a new deal at the last minute. As a result, Alberto Del Rio, who had also recently signed full-time with TNA, made his debut in the main event role and defeated Bobby Lashley for the TNA World title. So they might have had a lot of walkouts recently, but they are trying to get new talent. Alberto Del Rio is a huge name to go and join TNA Wrestling, or Impact Wrestling as they want to be called now. Perfect spot for him too. TNA World Champion, why not? You know, where else are you going to put this guy? You going to have him slumming it in the low card? I don't think so. You can't really have him start at the bottom and work his way up either. He is a very known and popular wrestler. He has done it all in WWE, and it's the right thing to do for the company. They just had all these walkouts. What the hell else are they going to do? Also, major. Let's see. Where are we here? Okay, when TNA realized they weren't bringing Bully Ray back, they reached out to Alberto late Wednesday night and came to terms on a deal. The report notes another big name was contacted by TNA about the same main event spot. However, that fell through. Regarding Alberto's debut, the company put a lot of effort into keeping his debut a surprise until Anthem's Ed Nordholm tweeted a photo of Alberto in the ring with Jeff Jarrett before the tapings began. Original plans for last night's tapings had Drew Galloway winning the World Heavyweight title, but Galloway left the company after turning down a new contract. Well, if TNA wasn't so fucking lazy, they would have been able to keep Drew Galloway. He would have kept his position here or at TNA, because it was a better way for him to work. He wasn't traveling as much. He was able to see his family more often instead of traveling around the world like WWE does. Now he's just going to go out and make his name bigger elsewhere. Could it be WWE? Why not? It could be New Japan Wrestling. It could be Ring of Honor. Who the fuck knows? This guy has got a wide open booking. So I want to see where he ends up. I would like to see him back on WWE TV. But, you know, it's where he decides he wants to go. Big story. Update on the status of the Impact Wrestling Tag Team titles following the Broken Hardys' departure from the company. And yes, there is spoilers again. As reported, the future of the TNA World Tag Team Championships was up in the air after it was revealed that current reigning champs Matt Hardy and Brother Nero, Jeff Hardy, would not be re-signing with the company. After feeling slighted during recent contract negotiations, we now have a clear look at the title scenario following Friday night's Impact Wrestling television tapings in Orlando, Florida. During the tapings, Bruce Pritchard, who made his return to the company at Thursday's taping event, announced that the belts had been vacated. He also took a shot at the Broken Ones, saying that the titles are won in the ring, not in space. What a fucking idiot. You know, you want to start a war with the Hardy Boys, you're not going to win. Okay, they already walked out of your company. So, either you're a fucking retard and just want to sling mud, or you let these guys leave and keep it amicable. Keep it friendly. You can't go and abuse these guys after they leave, because they're not going to ever come back. See. Playing off Broken Matt Hardy's insistence that they are the best tag team in all of time and space. And you know what? They had proven to be one of the best teams in time. I don't know about space because, you know, but it is Broken Matt Hardy. It's his renaissance. You know, it's his view on the world as it is right now. 4 teams will now be doing battle to crown brand new Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champions. The TNA branding has now been completely removed from the product. On an upcoming episode of the show, while it hasn't been announced for sure yet, it would appear the 4 teams currently in contention are DK, Abyss, and Crazy Steve, the new team of Garza Jr. and Laredo Kid, Reno Scum, brought in by Jeff Jarrett after they worked for his GFW promotion, and the returning LAX. I don't know. If I would have been the Hardys, I would have kept those titles. What would they have done? You know? It would have been tied up in litigation. They could have ran a huge storyline with this. They could have dragged it to all these independent promotions before and if they returned to WWE. I would have done it. Fuck it, you know? But for now, that is the news I have for you. Just getting rid of some of this crap here. Now, what can we expect? You know what? I'm going to start this a different way. This is the FASTLANE predictions and previews. Do we expect to have any kind of surprises happen at FASTLANE? A lot of people are thinking no. The only surprise I could see happen, actually there's 2. An Undertaker appearance, which is definitely needed, or Triple H comes out with Kevin Owens and Samoa Joe in either one of those matches that they're having, and there's some kind of interference to show that these guys are a unit. But either one of those isn't really a big surprise because everyone's kind of expecting something to happen. Is Samoa Joe going to interfere in the Goldberg-Kevin Owens match? Is Undertaker going to interfere in the Roman Reigns-Braun Strowman match? These are some questions that are out there. I think the Undertaker needs to make an appearance either in a fuck finish for Reigns, or at the very end of the match, maybe chokeslamming the motherfucker right through the fucking mat, you know? But he has to make some kind of appearance before WrestleMania. Why not at FASTLANE? This is a predictable show. You had SmackDown at the end of last year, their last show of the year, I should say, put on a pay-per-view quality Tuesday night. And they're probably going to do the same after Fastlane. They always seem to do a big show either right before Raw pay-per-view or right after. And I love it. It makes the shows that much better. It makes it intriguing to watch. But what has Raw done to build up this pay-per-view besides Goldberg, Owens, a little Samoa Joe and Zayn action? You know, there hasn't been much going on. And it's ridiculous. It's thrown together. It's slapstick fucking creative writing. And it needs to fucking stop. Like I said at the top of the show, this is a room where Raw needs to be. Right in that fucking washing machine. Right there. It needs a fucking pre-rinse. It needs a fucking, you know, a total fucking wash job. And it needs a complete overhaul. Now, is that going to happen with these predictions and rumors of Mick Foley being fired and then bringing in Kurt Angle to be GM? Who the fuck knows? But is that going to help just bringing in a new GM? It doesn't matter. It's a role they play. They're not making any of the rules. They're not making any of the fucking storylines. It's creative. And it's Vince McMahon. This is what he wants. This is what he's going to get. It doesn't matter if it goes over. It doesn't matter if it's complete shit. He wanted it. Therefore, it's going to happen. And his little buddy, Kevin Dunn, you know, dangling off his fucking sweaty ball sack, isn't any help. So, going into this pay-per-view, we've got actually 2 cruiserweight matches. But if it's anything that we've seen on Raw before, they're going to be 2-3 minutes, and it's all over. I want to see these guys shine. I want to see an actual cruiserweight match. I want to see fucking suicide dives. I want to see planches over the top fucking rope. I want to see crazy shit that cruiserweights fucking do. It is not a cruiserweight match if they are ground game only. If their feet aren't leaving the mat, what the fuck are they? They are just like a regular wrestler. You've got guys like Samoa Joe, Kevin Owens doing shit a lot more extreme than the fucking cruiserweights are doing. So, whatever the fucking holdup is, cut these fucking guys loose and let them fucking be. Let them act like cruiserweights. Let them do what they do best. The kickoff show. I don't know how many people watch it. I tune in. I do. I'm going to admit it. I tune in to every pay-per-view. Since I started these podcasts, I started watching the pre-shows. I started watching the entire fucking pay-per-view card. It doesn't matter how shitty it is. It doesn't matter how much I want to fall asleep. I watch it. Because I want to be able to bring news. I want to be able to bring you everything that's been going on at the pay-per-view. And so, for the kickoff show for Fastlane, we've got Rich Swann and Akira Tozawa versus Brian Kendrick and Noam Dar with Alicia Fox. You know, that's probably going to be the most entertaining bit of this match, is if Noam Dar announces Alicia Fox. Who do I see winning? Do I see any big things happen in this match? No, it is on the fucking kickoff show. They're not going to let these guys go like they could, because it might outshine the other cruiserweight match. So why are we going to have them outshine a title match? So who do I think it's going to win? I think it's going to be a face win. It's going to be Rich Swann and Akira Tozawa. You're going to hear a lot of fucking screaming and yelling on Tozawa's part. I really think this guy needs to wear a helmet to the ring. I need earplugs when he's in the ring. Is he a good wrestler? Fucking right. He's a fantastic wrestler. But coming down to the ring screaming, I don't know how the fans are behind this. He is the new flavor in the fans, with the fans, and You hear them shouting back and screaming at him as he's doing it in the ring. It astounds me. It kind of reminds me of the old wrestler known as the Viking. He used to come down to the ring, and every time he did like a big move or even a reversal, he'd be cupping his wrist and going, "Huss, huss, huss." You know, it's like the dumbest fucking gimmick to have. So, yes, I see Rich Swann and Akira Tozawa winning. Is it going to be a good match? I don't expect it to be. Some, you know, high-profile moves might be done, but in the long scheme of things, no, I don't think it's going to amount to much. I think something could have been done better. Why, when you see cruiserweights on Monday Night Raw, is it always seeming to be really short matches, or it's 6-man tags, or tag team matches? Now, in the pay-per-view itself, we've got Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax. I believe this might be the first match on the card. I'm not sure. I see Nia Jax whooping ass. Sasha Banks is going to try hard, but I think this is going to lead into her going heel. Is it going to happen Fastlane? I think it should. I really fucking think it should. She needs a complete fucking rework. I've actually sat and watched some YouTube videos of her in NXT when she was a heel. She is a lot better as a heel. I don't know how many people are going to agree with me. I know the little prissy girls and boys that love her as a face, they're going to disagree. I don't care. Go fuck yourself. You know? I have a saying, and it's actually on one of my photos for the show, and it says, "Get fisted." And everyone that loves Sasha Banks as a face needs to get themselves fisted. Hell, bend over in front of me. I'll fucking do it. I'll fucking cock and load and fucking ram it in. I don't fucking care. Is it going to be an exciting match? No, it's not. Unless something big happens. Like Sasha going heel. Flipping out at the end of the match after she loses. Maybe attacking Nia Jax with the crutch. Later on, maybe interfering and causing Bayley to lose. You know, or whatever, you know. But she's got to go fucking heel. It isn't a big match. It's a throwaway match. It's filler for this pay-per-view because they did not plan properly. Just like the pre-show match. No pre-show match is ever good. But if you want a match on the pay-per-view itself, it needs to be exciting. It needs to be warranted. It needs a reason. It needs to percolate and breathe on the Raw brand first, and then explode on the fucking pay-per-view. And not one of these matches is going to explode. There's been no build-up, nothing. Next we have the Tag Team Championship match. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, formerly of the Bullet Club and then the Club. I guess they are just going by Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson now. The Club is nothing. And they'll be facing Big Cass and Enzo Amore for the tag team titles. The Raw brand. Both these teams, and this is going from what I've seen in the last month or so from these guys, both teams suck ass. I've seen videos of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson in New Japan Pro Wrestling. They were fucking great. They're part of the Bullet Club. They fucking killed it. They came to WWE and they got relegated to fucking bad jokes and being jokes of the locker room. Enzo and Cass, same deal. They were on NXT. They were big things. They did not win any titles on NXT, but they came into the main roster as a big deal. They were supposed to be the future of the tag team division. Now they are the butt of everyone's joke. So, am I interested in this match? No. What I would like to see happen, I would like to see Big Cass and Enzo lose, and Big Cass just fed up with Enzo's tomfoolery, his fucking run in his mouth, and boot fuck this motherfucker in the mouth and shut him the fuck up. Big Cass goes into single competition. I think that's where Cass needs to go. And I think he needs to drop the clown. And I think his future in the WWE is going to be a lot bigger, a lot longer lasting. So that is my pick. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson to win this match. Do I think they're going to split Enzo and Cass up? No. No. It's what the smarter, the more intelligent viewers of wrestling want. They want to see heat like that. If a tag team isn't working out, break them up. These guys could have worked. You ruined it. Now they're not working any longer. Break them up. And break them up in a bad way. Make it fucking sadistic. Have Big Cass fucking go heel. I don't fucking care. The WWE Cruiserweight Championship. I love Neville. Neville is the perfect heel. He has been far above everyone else when it comes to 205 Live. They don't really give him enough time on Raw, besides letting him flap his gums. But he can talk. I don't mind him. I love him as a heel. I love him as a champion. And I think he walks out as champion. I don't think Jack Gallagher is ready for that main event level. The fans love him. I like the guy. The guy is funny. The guy is, that Gentleman Jack bit. It works for him. He may get a little bit goofy, but I mean, it works for the time being, as long as it isn't overplayed, overproduced. What I'd like to see, I would like to see maybe Austin Aries come in, interfere in this match, cost Jack Gallagher the match. Because Neville claims he is the king of the cruiserweights. And everyone knows when Austin Aries comes back, he is going to be in the 205 Live division. He's going to help build that division up. And you've got the greatest man that ever lived supposed to bow down to the king of the cruiserweights. Yes, they're both heels, but it can work. Two heels going at each other with an agenda in place, with a storyline in place. You've got the greatest man that ever lived in one corner. You've got the king of the cruiserweights in the other. You throw them together and have them in a war of attrition. A nice long feud to build that up, and then a trip, 2 out of 3 falls count match, or a big fucking high profile match to really kick off the cruiserweights division once Aries is back in there. Neville's done wonders already for the brand, and I think that'll keep on going. I think a nice war with Austin Aries would make it just pop a little bit more in the fans' eyes, and they'd be more inclined to actually watch 205 Live. Then we got Sami Zayn versus Samoa Joe. Obviously, Samoa Joe walks out of this match the winner. He's not going to fucking lose to Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is billed as the underdog. He has been pushed and then pulled back, pushed and pulled back. The same thing's going to happen here. It's going to be a fucking awesome match. I think this could be the match of the night. In a fuck finish, I could see Sami Zayn winning. But it would have to be a fuck finish in order for him to win, because otherwise it would make Samoa Joe look weak. You have built this guy up as a monster fucking heel. He is a hitman. He is a crippler. Keep him that way. Have him win this match. Hell, for storyline's sake, have him take Sami Zayn out. Why not? Have him put him on the injured list. He might not really be injured, but have him on the injured list. Build up that storyline. He puts people on the shelf. In anyone's mind that, we want to see Sami Zayn rise above this whole underdog bit and get his moment in the spotlight. We all want to see it. The guy is phenomenal in the ring. He is, lately he's been on fire. You know, that last Raw where he attacked Samoa Joe, it was fucking spot on perfect. It was great TV in that moment. But that's all Raw gives us, is a moment. Fastlane, by far, this match should be the go home. The one that fucking is match of the night, maybe match of the month. You know, match of the year for fucking Raw, quite possibly. And we got Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. There's no way that this can go to a clean pinfall. No fucking way. You cannot make either of these guys look weak. You've got one going into WrestleMania facing The Undertaker. You got the other one who we have no clue what they've got planned for him. There is currently no plans for this guy come WrestleMania in Braun Strowman. But you have built him up for how many months now as the monster among men. And you're going to have him get fucking Superman punched and pinned by fucking Roman Reigns? I don't fucking think so. If that's what you're thinking for Sunday night, you need to call it the fuck off. This needs to be a fuck finish. Either both of them laid out cold or some kind of interference. You know, either by Samoa Joe or even by both Samoa Joe and Kevin Owens. Either one. It needs some kind of fuck finish. Undertaker getting involved. Now, there's a lot of people that are saying if Undertaker gets involved, then what happens? Braun Strowman didn't get to finish what he wanted to, so wouldn't it be a triple threat match at WrestleMania? No, it doesn't have to be. He can be upset about it, but he can take his fucking anger out on someone else. I think if Vince has his way, it'll be Roman Reigns coming out as the winner. No one wants to see it. Like I said, it's got to be some kind of fuck finish. There's no choice. It's got to be a fuck finish one way or another. And that's the way I'm going to call it. I'm going to call it a draw. Some kind of fuck finish. And then we got the Raw Women's Championship match. Bayley versus Charlotte Flair. Kill me now, because both these women have been cringe lately. I don't want to see this match. I want someone to break their fucking neck before the show. You know? Or Ric Flair fall in the tub, break a hip. Charlotte's got to rush to the hospital, you know? No, kidding. I'm kidding. Bayley, I've talked about this in other podcasts. Bayley needs to become a more mature wrestler. It was all good when she was in NXT, being the girl that dreamed of being in the spotlight of WWE, becoming the Raw Women's Champion or Women's Champion, either one. She's got that. Kill that fucking baby girl fucking bullshit. The girl next door is done. Bring in a more mature Bayley. She will go over a lot better with the older crowd. And she will still have her fans that are between 15 and below. But real fans want to see a more mature Bayley. Someone that's grown up. Someone that's actually going out there and talking like an adult. Get rid of your fucking lopsided ponytail. The childish, dialogue that you have. Get rid of it. Quit fucking over-scripting her. Quit over-scripting Charlotte. Let these women actually learn their way. Who do I see winning? We all know Charlotte's going to win. Is it going to be by pinfall, or is it going to be a fuck finish? She could win by DQ. That's the way I think it should go. I think she needs to win so she doesn't lose her pay-per-view streak that WWE has in mind for her, but in a DQ. That way Bayley doesn't lose her title. Charlotte doesn't become, a 5-6 time champion? 7 time? I don't know what the fuck it's at already. Have her win, but in a fuck finish. Have Bayley go into WrestleMania and they have their fatal 4-way that the rumor is that's going to happen between Nia Jax, Sasha, Charlotte, and Bayley. And during your build up towards Mania, have Sasha fucking turn on Bayley. Have her just assault the fucking bitch like never before. Maybe this is what is needed to get Bayley into a more mature role. Have Sasha burn the bridges between them. Take her the fuck out. That is your fuck finish for the night. For that match. Charlotte wins due to DQ. And it would have to be Sasha taking out Charlotte in order for that to happen. So I should correct myself there. Have Sasha take out Charlotte, cost her the victory, the gold, and later on when Bayley's confronting her, why the hell did you fucking do this? Why did you ruin this match? Have Sasha work her over. Have her work both Charlotte and fucking Bayley over. Cut ties. Become your heel. We get a more mature Bayley out of it. We get a heel Sasha Banks. And that leaves us with Kevin Owens and Bill Goldberg in the Universal title match. I know what everyone's thinking about this match. I know what I'm thinking about this match. It's fucking bullshit. Do I want to sit through it? No. Am I going to sit through it? Yes. I don't think I will have a very good result show afterwards. I really don't. I think it's going to be totally cringe. I think it's going to be a fucking squash match that everyone else is predicting as well. What I want to see, if you want to have Bill Goldberg win, fine, have him win. Make him work for it. He has to work for it. Make it at least 15 fucking minutes. Actually make this guy wrestle for 15 minutes. If he has a heart attack through the match, who fucking cares? Okay? This guy has to earn his fucking spot, just like everyone else. He's a fucking part-timer. He shouldn't be in this position. So, he should have to fucking work for his spot. I am tired of seeing guys like Brock Lesnar come in, get their shots right away. Bill Goldberg come in, get his shot right away. Hell, John Cena was gone for 6-7 months. He come back, he was right in the main event spot. It needs to stop. These guys need to start earning their titles. I keep on hearing John Cena say shit like, you can't just be given the title, you have to earn it. Well, you know what? He needs to start earning something too, because I'm not a John Cena hater. I actually like a lot of what he does. I like a lot of what he has done for the business. But to just give him titles randomly whenever he decides to come back and wants to be in main event spot, it's got to stop. Same with part-timers. It's got to stop. I see Goldberg winning this, going into WrestleMania as champion and dropping the title to Lesnar. That's what's going to happen. Goldberg wins. It's the way it's got to be. This is what Vince McMahon has predicted. This is what he's wanted. This is what he's going to get. In my opinion, Samoa Joe needs to get involved. Samoa Joe needs to get involved. That way, this new Evolution storyline works with some gold on around their waist. Who knows? You could have, some kind of stupid fucking storyline going where, okay, Goldberg loses the title at WrestleMania to Brock. And you have somehow, Finn Balor go heel. And this new Evolution help him regain his title that he had to give up. He never truly lost. And somehow take out Brock Lesnar. Or, something. We cannot keep these titles on part-timers. It is not the way to go. You want to keep it on a part-timer? Fine. Kill your audience. That is my predictions for Fastlane. I want to talk a little bit about some other products of mine. I've got Dragon's Kin, my book. It is titled Dragon's Kin. It is part of a series called The Circle of Steel Chronicles. It is available on Amazon, CreateSpace, or you can buy it through me. When you buy through me, it's automatically signed, and you get a personalized autograph from yours truly. Now, I'm not a big name as an author yet. I'm currently working on book 2. It is titled Dragon's Gate, and it is book 2 in the series of the Circle Steel Chronicles. You can find me on Twitter at Mordecai Fallon, and you can find me on Facebook at Pete G. Wall. Now, I've got Facebook pages I'm going to put in the description for my merchandise line, as well as my book, as well as my website for my book. You can do it 2 ways ordering. Like I said, you can get it through Amazon.com, .ca, wherever the fuck you live. There is a different whatever wherever you're from. So you can order it from there. You can also go on Facebook, contact me, or a friend request me, send me a message, tell me you want a copy. I do charge shipping, and it goes by weight, obviously, so it can vary on price. The book is on Amazon for $20 US, $26 or $27 Canadian. I believe it's $18 in the UK. So wherever you live, it is a different price. When I sell it, the book is $20 because that's what I was told it should have been. You can also buy merchandise. I do t-shirts. I do hats, beanies, toques, hoodies, pullover, and zippered. The more designs you want on the product, the more you're going to pay. Currently, from t-shirts with the regular size logo, it's a decent size. It looks good. It ranges from small to extra large. That is $15, and the double X to 5X is $18. Hoodies are $30 to $40 depending on what size. So there is, and it's all to do with my book. It is the Circle of Steel brand. So if you want to find out more, I will link my page or pages in the description, and you can check me out. You know, I'm trying to build a brand here. I'm not just trying to build a podcast brand. I'm trying to build a brand around my book. I am coming up with a pillar to post t-shirt design that will be available probably next month. Is it what you see on the screen right now? Probably a little different. It's not going to be the blue fist. And it will have Get Fisted underneath. This is the one I just threw together and just for the show. Now, I think that I'm done for the night. I've given you some news that I didn't hear from anyone else except for the Elias Samson news. Other than that, the rest of my news, I haven't heard it all. So I'm hoping that I gave you something new for content. I will see you Sunday for sure. There might be some more news coming out before Fastlane, so there could be another show or two before then. But you guys have a good night, and see you soon.